800 years. Very soon, once they change signs, they're going to meet up. And they're going to meet up in a way that they haven't met for 800 years, which is extraordinary and exciting as well. Moreover, soon after they change signs, they're going to connect in the sign of Aquarius. And they haven't connected in the sign of Aquarius, since 1405. So it's a very, very, very big deal. It's all a very big deal. For those of you just tuning in, I'm Yasmin Boland. I'm an astrologer. I'm a moonologer, and we are in one of the biggest weeks astrologically of the year. Okay, we've got the eclipse, which is happening in about 10 minutes from now, and we are going to meditate through the eclipse, which is really exciting. So I'm so glad we get to do that together. And Jupiter and Saturn are changing signs, and I will tell you a little bit about what that means. But before I do, I just want to give you the number to call in on if you want to call in on this very auspicious day and find out where. I think I'd like you to call in, especially if you'd like to know where the eclipse is taking place for you and where Jupiter and Saturn are going to be for you, because it's kind of life-changing. So the number to call, if you're in the States, 816-251-3555, 816-251-3555. And yeah, call in, and I would love to talk to you about where all your planets are, where all the planets are, where your planets are. We've already got some people on the line, which is exciting. All right, so before I go any further, I just have to make a little announcement from your sponsor, which is me, because I do this for free. You have about 16 hours left if you would like to grab my my Moonology certification course. My Moonology certification course. If you've been living under a rock, you may not have heard that I have this course out. But assuming you haven't been under a rock, chances are you've already heard me talking about this. I'm going to tell you one more time. If you order today, you get $200 off. $200 off, plus you get $350 worth of free gifts, and you get the Moonology course. Basically, it's half price. So if you would like to get that, I suggest you hop on over to moonmessages.com/open moon, moonmessages.com/open moon. And there you are, you have a testimonial right in front of you. Joe Carey, I've started today. It's amazing. And so you, oh, thank you, Joe, so are you. And I'm just going to say as well, before I get into the Jupiter-Saturn stuff and start telling you where it's going to be for you and all that, I've had this question about 300 times, so I'm going to just answer it here and now. A lot of people, before they buy it, are saying, how long do I have to do the course in? How fast do I have to do it, etc., etc. And the answer is you do it at your own pace. It's one of those self-paced courses. So as soon as you buy it, you basically go to a place where there's the whole platform. You'll get all your freebies, you get the whole course. And then in January, I'm doing 2 extra webinars for people who are doing the course in case you have any questions or just to check up. So let's talk about, I'm just going to give you one more testimonial here. Thank you, Jagdeep Hayer. I did lesson 1 already and it's phenomenal. Gosh, we might have to quote you, Jagdeep. Thank you so much for that. And Margie says, it is awesome, Yasmin. Well worth it. Thanks. Thank you so much, guys. I can tell you a lot of love and work has gone into this. It will basically teach you how to become a certified moonologist. So if you're a yoga teacher or a meditation teacher or Reiki practitioner, or you talk to your customers or your clients about the moon, it's basically a way of making sure you know exactly what you're talking about so that you can get the most out of it for yourself and also for your clients and friends. So there you go, and the URL again for people who are listening, because on Facebook there's a link in the description, but if you're listening on unityonlineradio.org, use the little short URL moonmessages.com/open moon. So there we go. So let's talk about Jupiter and Saturn. So Jupiter and Saturn are 2 of the biggest planets, okay? And Jupiter's all about luck and rewards and opportunities. And Saturn is about hard work. And so when I hear about Jupiter and Saturn, as you're going to be hearing this week, in fact, if you're in England, I've managed to infiltrate the Daily Mail today, and I've got an article in there about it, which is kind of funny because it's not the first place, if you think of, having big articles about Jupiter and Saturn. But anyway, the thing that occurred to me, have you ever heard that expression? It was something that Andrew Lloyd Webber's father said in an interview that my mother heard and told me about. I'm not sure if he was the first person to say this, but someone said to Andrew Lloyd Webber's father, "Oh, Andrew, gosh, he's done so well. He's obviously, if you don't know, Andrew Lloyd Webber is the I think they call him a theatrical impresario. So he's put on shows like Cats and I don't know what else, but he's like the biggest thing. And, someone said, "Oh, Andrew's so lucky, And Andrew Lloyd Webber's father replied, "Yes, and it's a funny thing because the harder he works, the luckier he gets." So let that sink in for a minute because, it's not to do with just luck. It's also to do with hard work. I have friends who say to me, "Oh, you're so lucky, you're so lucky. It's all going so well." And I've got this friend in Australia who I won't name. She'll know who she is if she hears this. And she's sort of starting a meditation school, which is exciting. And so I said to her, here are some ideas and do some lives and do some, you need to do right stuff and, just basically give people what they need. What does your potential client, your customer want? She wants to learn to meditate. She probably doesn't have much time. She probably thinks she can't meditate because everyone thinks they can't meditate until they meditate, correct? And she's like, and then she said, "Oh, yeah, okay." And I said, "Listen, let me just write you a little something." Now, I'm an ex-journalist, okay? So I just took all those points and wrote them down really quickly and I sent them to her. And, she used to be a sales manager for a very, very well-known magazine that's famous all around the world. And she was national sales manager, so she knows all about how to make a sale. And she writes back to me, she says, "Oh, Yasmin, you're so lucky. You're so lucky you can write." And I'm like, "Hey, ex, you're lucky. I'm a journalist. I've got no idea about selling anything. You were the national sales manager for blah-de-blah magazine. It's something like Vogue. It's not Vogue. And, you know how to do all this stuff. I've had to learn it, because if you do your own online business, you have to learn all this stuff. So, it's like, come on, don't think your luck is just luck. It's luck and work. As they say, don't they say success is where opportunity meets preparation? These are all things to be thinking about now. What do you want to achieve in 2021? What do you want to achieve? You already know, probably, if you're lucky, you already know. Oh my God, we've actually only got 2 minutes to the eclipse, so I'm going to have to stop talking in a minute. But, if you already know what you want to achieve in life, then let preparation meet hard work and opportunity in 2021. Start making some plans. So Jupiter and Saturn are changing signs this week. I think it's Jupiter first, Saturn second. I might have the round the wrong way, but in a nutshell, they hardly ever change signs at the same time. They'll be closer when they conjoin. They'll be closer than they've been for 800 years, and they haven't both been in the sign of Aquarius since 1405. So it's a big thing. Pay attention and look at where you are willing to work hard, okay? Where are you willing to work hard in order to achieve your goals so that all your friends will turn around to you and say, "Oh, you're so lucky." And you can turn around and go, "I know, and the harder I work, the luckier I get." All right, so on that note, talking of luck, we're about to have the new moon in the lucky side of Sagittarius. So we're going to do meditation. So please, close your eyes and just breathe. We've got about 30 seconds till the eclipse begins, so close your eyes. I think I'm going to chant us through our way through this. How about that for a plan? I'm going to do the chakra clearing chant. Here we go. I'll do it 3 times, all the way chanting through the eclipse. Here we go. Hari Om Nam Lam Mam Vam Sim Ram Vam Yam Yam Ham Shiva Om Swaha Hari Om Nam Lam Mam Vam Sim Ram Vam Yam Yam Ham Shiva Om Swaha Hari Om Nam Lam Mam Vam Sim Ram Vam Yam Yam Ham Shiva Om Swaha. And now we're just going to give it all over to the divine. Whatever your biggest wish is right now, whatever you're hoping for, as we go through the new moon, think of your wish and join with me as we say Om Namo Narayani. I'm going to chant it 3 times. Hand it over to the divine. Here we go. Om Namo Narayani. Om Namo Narayani. Om Namo Narayani. And just finally, we're going to chant to Ganesha 3 times. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. To ask Ganesha to clear away any obstacles standing between us and our new moon wishes. Here we go. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 And one of the things I'm asking is that anyone who needs to do my Moonology course, who will benefit from it and who will help other people to be empowered as a result of doing it, I ask that all obstacles and blocks are cleared away for them so that they can do this course and get $200 off the price, which you can get if you order it before midnight tonight, PT, Pacific time. And if you're watching on Facebook, the link's above. Otherwise, it's moonmessages.com/open moon. I know we're going to be changing lives with this course, which is pretty exciting. So let's see. We've got 10 minutes before we go to the break. How about if we go to the phones and we take a call? Okay, we've got loads of people on the line. Let's go straight to the first caller, which is Lisa on line 1. Are you there, Miss Lisa?
I am here. How are you?
Hello. I'm good, thank you, Lisa. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I have my new moon sheet in Sagittarius that I'm going to complete sometime.
Very good. Yes, yes.
I'm excited about that. And I find it to be very helpful because I look over what I've written for the month. I belong to a Goddess Circle group, but we don't meet anymore. But we used to meet on the new moon for almost 10 years, and it was just phenomenal.
Wow. Maybe you should get... Oh, are you doing my course?
I did. I just saw the course. I was like, I'm taking this ancestral Puma, a gentleman in Peru.
Ooh.
I'm taking a course around the ancestors, but I'm sitting with myself to say, is it time to do both, or just get it and do it later?
Yes, because...
I definitely am called to the course. I probably would go ahead and have it and just begin it at another time.
Let me tell you, for one thing, you do it at your own pace. For another, if you buy it before midnight tonight Pacific time, you get $200 off. Plus you get $350 worth of bonuses. Plus you go into the draw to win a free reading with me, a proper in-depth one for half an hour. And plus you'll get some webinars in January. And what I'm thinking, it's exactly for people who, it's a certification for people who do things like run goddess circles. So that instead of kind of having a bit of an idea, you know exactly what to do. So I highly recommend it for you, Lisa. You're exactly the kind of person that I want to reach out to with this course, so that you know exactly everything you need to know about working with the moon. And, you know, as they say, the goddess is the personification of the moon. So, you know, anyway, there you go.
And another reason is that I have an organization that it's in the embryonic stages, but I celebrate the young girls when they have their menses, and I want them to understand the importance of, at an early age, understanding their moon cycles and their menses. So that's why I was like, even though... Anyway, I just think, you're right, I'm going to go ahead and...
If you're looking for a sign, you just got it.
I did. That's what I said. It's done. So I'll be...
Awesome. Well, I'll see you online in January, because in January I'll be doing a couple of webinars for people who've got questions, you know. So no matter where you are up to it, if you've got questions, I'll take them. So I'm looking at your chart here, Lisa. So tell me, what would you like to know?
Well, basically, I would like to know, I'm looking to move next year, you know, hopefully as this COVID thing takes another path where no storm lasts forever. So I was looking to move to the Maryland, D.C. area, and then also with life partnership. So whatever you see around those two things.
Okay. So it's very interesting, Lisa. I think you're definitely going to be able to move if that's what you want to do. I always feel, moving is something that you kind of control. It's not in the lap of the gods per se. I think that you will move if you're meant to move, or if you want to move. Like, it's really up to you. I also have this weird belief that, I don't know if anybody else believes this, but I believe that we are meant to live in certain places, even in certain countries, in certain cities, in certain towns, and in certain houses. And I think it's to do with energy. And, you know, so that is really important, you know. But all that said, you actually have a new moon eclipse today. It just took place. In your 4th house. So that's your home zone, which you will learn when you do my course. But a new moon eclipse in your 4th house basically means that the next 6 months are perfect for moving. So just go for it, I say.
Okay.
Can't say fairer than that. Would you like a card?
Do I like what? I didn't hear you.
Would you like a card?
Yes, I would love one.
Okay, here we go. A card for Lisa. Okay, let's have a go. All right. I did a card this morning on my Facebook Live that I do every day at 11 a.m. UK time, and talked all about the new moon eclipse. And then which card did I get? The new moon eclipse. And actually, the card you've got is so perfect for your chart. And again, I don't want to keep referring to my course, but I have to say, when you do the course, you'll understand why this card is so perfect. You've actually got the new moon in Cancer card, and Cancer, or Moonchild as I like to call it, Moonchild is the sign that rules home and family. So what were you asking about? Moving house. Okay, so you've got this card that says, it's actually my favorite card in the deck, really. It's the it says you and your loved ones are safe. So it's going to be fine. You're going to move, and I presume that the love will follow after that.
Okay. Thank you so much. This was wonderful. Just such a affirmation and confirmation.
Such an affirmation and confirmation. I agree.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you very much for that, and
hopefully I'll see you online in January, and you've got to do those goddess circles. So get all the information you need.
Okay, I will. Thank you so much.
All right, lots and lots of love, Lisa.
Bye.
So I just want to mention something you might have seen on social media. I've certainly seen it everywhere, left, right and centre. Oh, did I cut you off? Oh, I got cut off. Okay, hang on a second. Sorry. So I was just saying that I've had a lot of questions on social media about the fact of why shouldn't we be making new moon wishes right now? And there's a very simple reason. The thing is, so if you are on this call or listening to the show from the beginning, you know that at 1:15 the hour, so about 10 minutes ago, we did a bit of chanting and a bit of meditating. And we did that while the eclipse was actually happening. So that was pretty special for me anyway. I don't know about anyone else. But the very interesting thing is that as soon as that was over, the moon went what's called void of course. So what is the moon when it's void of course? Well, it is when the moon has made its last aspect to one of the planets before it changes signs. And it happens pretty much at the end of the moon's visit to every single sign. And how long that void of course lasts for varies greatly. Now, the reason why it's happening today is because the new moon eclipse is in the sign of Sagittarius, which we all have in our charts somewhere. And there are no other planets so late in any of the other signs apart from Jupiter, Saturn and Pluto, which are all in Capricorn, which, as you will know if you do my Moonology course, is not a major aspect, and so the moon is now void of course. So that is why you don't, what happens at the time of what you start at the time of the void of course moon bears no fruit. So you really don't want to start anything you definitely don't want you to do your new moon wishes between now and the next 12 hours. Okay, 12 hours. Don't make your new moon wishes for the next 12 hours unless you've already started on them. It's okay to continue something. So say, for example, a really good example would be, just say you had a first date with someone, I don't know, this morning, you had a breakfast date, and or you know, you started thinking about, I don't know, buying a car, say, or you started researching it and all that. It's okay if it's not the beginning, but you don't want to have a first date when the moon is void of course, for example, and you really don't want to make your wishes for the first time when the moon is void of course. So that's why I'm suggesting people don't do that. All right, so we're about to go to the break now, I think. So I will take some more calls after we've had the break, but I'll still be here on Facebook during the break. So I'm going to do a card for everybody who's watching on Facebook. Thanks, Louis. All right, so you like my sparkles? Yes, I like my sparkles too. It's so hit and miss with the filters. Like, I never know which filter to use. Anyway, who wants a card? I'm going to do 3 cards for individuals. All right, Maria wants a card. So if Joe Carey, so I started your course today and I can just carry on. Yes, absolutely. I mean, if you've started the course already, keep going. And I would say, though, if you buy the course today, start it tomorrow or whenever. All right. Oh, gosh, this is the second time I've had this card today. If you're watching this morning, this card came up. Oh, take time to breathe out. I think that's me. Because I was quite unwell, as you know. Oh, actually, no, that wasn't for me, though, was it? That was, let me do another one. That was kind of for me, I think. Jackie, so I was going to do a card for someone already. She asked, the Libra person who said, Libra, please, PLZ. You'll have to know who you are. Oh, yeah, Maria. Okay, Maria. Here is your card. Maria, a card for you. All right. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't get this one. This one annoys me. Adjustments are required. So whatever you're doing, it's not quite done yet. And adjustments are required, Maria. Terry is waiting till tomorrow to open it. Yes, good idea. Wait, you only have to wait 12 hours from now. 12 hours from now. Just give yourself a breather. Maybe spend some time now writing out what you want to get from the course. So you set some aims for it. Georgina, if you've already watched the introduction, you've already started it, you're good to keep going if you want to. All right. Just waiting for one more person to say they want a card. Here we go. Rabia, Munir, Ahmad, this is your card. Oh, gosh, Rabia. You got the emotions are running high. So basically you need to go easy. It means that the energies are super intense right now for you. So go easy. No sudden moves, okay? All right, this is for Gina Marie. Gina Marie. Gina Marie. This is for Gina Marie. Donna, Sia, Leo, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Here we go. Here's your card. Oh. What do you need to release? That is your card. And now I've already forgotten who it was for, but you know because you were waiting for it, hopefully. You need to release something. And often when we have to release something, guess what we have to release? Fear. Melinda, should I put all important tasks on hold for 12 hours? No. No, 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 no. Don't start anything new. Don't start anything new. So if you buy my course, do it in 12 hours. Start it in 12 hours. All right, Kim, here's one for you. Nothing is yet set in stone. Kim Bessett, got to keep working on it.
Welcome back to Astrology with Yasmin.
Unless you don't want it, in which case, keep avoiding it. Hi everybody and welcome back. I'm so pleased to have you back here. My name is Yasmin Boland. I'm an astrologer. I'm a moonologer and I'm going live on unityonlineradio.org and I'm also live on Facebook. And I've put the cat amongst the pigeons because I've told everybody not to start anything. Because the moon is now void of course, and indeed it is void of course. And now, because I've been telling everyone that there's only 12 hours left to save on my moonology course, they're saying, well, maybe should we buy the course? It's like, yeah, you can buy it, but do not start it for 12 hours. Do not start it for 12 hours. And you'll be fine. And so what I said is if people want to buy the course now to save $200, which you'll save between now and midnight Pacific, just write down some intentions. The void of course moon is a really good time to just be. So to do yoga, to meditate, write down your intentions for what you want to get out of the course, what you want to do. Maybe you want to run moon circles, you want to educate yourself. But don't start the course for 12 hours from now. 12 hours from now. On Facebook, I've got Tracy Lee saying, I'm moving back to Sydney on the 1st of February after being away for nearly 25 years. Can you draw a card for me to see if there's a message? Whoa. Oh, well. There you go, Tracy. I'm afraid I'm answering your question with another question, more or less. It says the answers you need are coming. So you're not going to find out just yet, but, you know, good luck. I know loads of people moving back to Sydney at the moment. I think people are moving back to Australia because they don't have any COVID, and everybody wants to be COVID free. I did think about going back to Australia for 3 months over the summer, but it was all too complicated. All right, so let's take a call because there's loads of people waiting, and let's go to Sherry, who's on line 3. Are you there, Sherry?
Hi, yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I surely can. How are you?
Confused and anxious a little bit. I'm feeling a bit on edge. I have been for a while
Oh,
now.
how long?
Oh, for several months. I recently lost my job, and that was probably meant to be, because for a while I was thinking it wasn't the right job for me, but now I don't know what to do. And also I am a Sagittarius rising, so there's probably some major stuff in store, and so I'm not sure what direction to go career-wise or anything else.
Okay, all right. Well, that is a bit of a conundrum. Let's have a look. So, yes, you are Sagittarius rising. However, you are 7 degrees of Sagittarius rising, and the new moon is taking place at 23 degrees of Sagittarius rising. So, actually, it won't directly impact your chart, which is, you know, kind of a good thing. But, you know, I mean, obviously, sometimes it can be really helpful. Now, you're feeling confused. Is that your biggest feeling at the moment? Or are you feeling all over the place?
All over the place.
Right.
Definitely all over.
Yeah, that makes more sense, astrologically speaking, because basically what's happening is you've got the planet of all over the placeness, Uranus, headed for your sun and for your Saturn. So, and you've probably already you're already feeling this. So it is a time where you are going to feel a bit all over the place. So what you really need to do here, Sherry, to make the most of this is you need to think, where in my life do I want a radical change, and what would that radical change look like? So if I said that to you now, where in your life do you want a radical change? What would you think? What would you say? What would be your first response?
Oh my. A job that's more meaningful, but also I know it sounds like it would pay enough for me to live on without crazy financial struggles, which I've had a lot of for the past few years.
So you, is that really, that's not a radical change. Would you be able to change careers in order to attract this new job? Something a bit more radical than I want a job that pays well. What would be more radical?
Oh, yeah, no. I was thinking a different career, but I'm not sure what that would be.
What are you interested in?
That's where I'm so blocked right now. I don't even know. Something creative, something artistic.
Because, you know, you have a chart where if you are of service to other people, you can change their life.
So, yeah, I've thought about writing a novel. I have it outlined. I just need to get a new computer, which are all on back order right now. And,
right. And would that be a very powerful novel?
I don't know. It would be for teens or tweens, really. It's like 12 and 13-year-olds, what they call the middle grade young adult literature.
And would that be? But would it be a powerful novel? Have you got the idea already, or you're not sure what you're going to write?
Oh no! It's fully outlined. It's been fully outlined for years.
And is it a powerful novel? Will it help? Will it help? Will it help steer their life?
It might.
Right.
Yeah. Kind of a confidence building sort of thing.
Okay. Well, you just have really big stars to make some radical changes in your life, and I guess you're going to have to work out what they're going to be. But if that would be a radical change, I mean, that does sound like quite a radical change. If that's a radical change for you, go for something that feels like a radical change. That will work out the energies in your chart. Otherwise, you might just end up feeling a little bit all over the place.
Yeah, and like acting is another thing I thought about because I was in a play last year around this time.
Okay.
For the first time ever, and that was a lot of fun. But the sort of theater acting career situation right now is kind of on hold here because everything in the U.S., where I am in the U.S., is pretty much shut down. So.
Yeah. Well, actually, acting would be great for your chart right now. Acting would be great. Acting would be great for your chart right now. And that would be a radical change, would it?
Definitely.
Just go for something that's radical, Sherry, and you won't go too far wrong.
Yeah, I'm just not sure what's considered as radical and not radical.
Okay, well, ask your mum and see which one makes her jaw drop.
Well, she was already thrilled that I did the acting thing, although I'm not sure they'd want that as a career. I have very conservative parents, very practical parents, so if I told her I'm dropping everything to become an actor, they'd be like, no.
Right. Well, that's exactly the kind of thing that you should be doing. Stuff that everybody else says, no, but you think, you know what, I'm going to give it a go. But you have to throw yourself into it. None of this half-heartedness.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get you a card.
Oh, a card. Yes, a card.
You got the new moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. The cards don't lie.
No, they don't. I have those cards.
Yeah, there you go. Alrighty, well, I hope that helps you, Sherry.
Yes,
I
thank you very much.
I hope you do something radical quite soon.
Okay.
So there you go.
Thanks.
So now, in terms of how to tap into the new moon, you know, because of the moon being where it is right now, it's a really good time to do a ritual. Because this void of course moon time, it's just a time to be, which is why you don't really want to start things. So you just want to be, you know, you just want to think about life and feel life and do yoga and chant and meditate and walk or sleep. It's a time just to take it really easy on yourself. And then tomorrow you can get back into everything, you know, with gusto. So, you know, a really lovely way to do a ritual. I love to share this with people, and it's how I do my rituals actually often here in the living room or upstairs in my meditation room, is I roll out my yoga mat and I give it a spritz if it needs it. And then I sit cross-legged on my mat, which basically demarcates my sacred space. And then normally I'll either do a meditation or a chant or a yoga stretch. I'm studying yin yoga, so I might do a yin pose for a good 15 minutes to, you know, release all the stuff. And then if I have a question, you know, quite often I'll have a big question and, you know, I'm okay at the moment, really. I don't have a major question. But when I'm going through something, I'll do a little check-in on myself every day sometimes. Otherwise, you know, you can just plug your headphones into your phone and listen to some music. I'll ask the question. I'll meditate. I'll pick a card. Very good idea to pick a card. And then I'll make a note of it in my journal and I'll see what came out. So that's a really good thing to do today, now, while the moon is void of course, which is a time not to push yourself too hard. It's a time to just breathe out and relax. So give that a go. I'm actually doing a workshop tonight with the Open Centre in New York. It's online, obviously, since I'm in London. And I know some of you who are watching on Facebook are coming, which is great. I'm really looking forward. We've got more than 100 people. It's the most people I've ever had at one of my open centre events. We're doing it about ritual, actually. We're going to be talking about all the rituals, and we're doing a practice ritual. We're doing a ritual to just relax and resonate with the new moon eclipse that we've just had. All right, let's take another call. Let's go to line 4, which is Christine. Hello, Christine.
Hello.
Hi, Christine. So where are you, Christine?
Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Wow, that sounds nice. And you were born in Illinois.
Yes.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Santa Fe, New Mexico is really different to Monmouth, Illinois. Is that right?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Is
Yes.
one
It's
like
the height
a
of
big
very high.
city and one is like rural?
Oh, yes. Well, actually, I'm not in a city so much. I'm in the rural area of Santa Fe, but it's high mountain, desert.
Yes, yes, exactly. Very different to Illinois, I imagine,
Yeah.
and much hotter.
Not so much at 7,000 feet.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. New Mexico does sound hot. Anyway, I'm looking at your chart, Christine, and before you even ask me your question, I've got to say, change is afoot, because you are, you have your Gemini rising with your sun at 23 Gemini, and the new moon eclipse today is right opposite, on the other side of the zodiac at, I think it's 23 Sagittarius, so it might be even partile, but it's very much opposite your eclipse, whatever the actual degree is. So are you planning to make any big changes? Because if not, you should.
Well, not conscious. Well, I want to do my own business.
Ah.
And briefly, I started doing workshop or online calls with about 7 women that have been following me since July, and I'm pulling it together. So my question was, is it the right time to keep going with that and to write, I got the suggestion to write a ebook and a question book, a workbook to go with it.
Yes, so, okay. So all those things are absolutely super well starred for you right now. Anything new, anything that puts you in the center of attention, anything to do with writing, really, really powerful stars for doing that right now. What's your circle about that you do with the women?
Being loyal to yourself, to understand your spiritual nature, your physical nature, your relationships, and then being of service so that you bring your total talents to what you do rather than putting things in the wrong priority order. If we leave ourselves out, we are not going to give our best to what we have. That's what I've spent my life learning to do for myself. So that's what I want to pass on.
Wow. Okay. Well, that sounds amazing. And I would highly, highly recommend that you fix your efforts on that. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Would you like a card?
Yeah. I would. See what you get. I just bought your cards and everything for 2021, so I'm very excited.
Excellent. All right. Well, here is your card. Oh. I think somebody else got this today. It's the waning moon card. What do you need to release? Because I think I said to them, normally you just need to release fear. So what do you need to release?
Overthinking and fear.
Release it now, Christine. You're never going to get a better chance than this.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Christine. Thank you for calling in. I'm actually going to answer a question from Facebook. Minerva Santana is saying, after 31 years married to a narcissist, I'm ready to let him go. I'm going to pull you a card. Here's a card, Minerva. I was once with a narcissist. It was a nightmare. Oh my God. I think this is the third time today. What do you need to release, Minerva? What do you need to release? That is literally the third time today. And I've just turned straight to it in the book. Here we go. The waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when in the moon cycle you've pulled this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked, for better or worse, and it's time to go easier. It's autumn and winter of the cycle. So what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but it can be gently suggesting that you let something go or stop trying so hard. Now, take it from me, I am a big romantic and I never want anyone to break up, okay? I would always say work on something before you let it go. That would be my opinion. And it says, soon you will see what lies ahead, Minerva. I always think work as hard as you can, especially on a marriage, but, you know, only you know what's right for you. All right, I hope that helps. And I'm going to ask another one. Okay, so we've got a lot of people talking about the void of course moon. Let me just explain it a bit more. So the void of course moon is not bad. So I've got people saying, is it okay to buy your course when the moon is void of course? Absolutely it is. It's actually an amazing thing to buy the course when the moon is void of course, because it's just being, you know, it's just like it's tuning into the vibe. So it's absolutely fine. And I've got someone here saying, I have an online friend we've never met. We talked about meeting today. Would that be considered a continuing or something new? I don't think that's, I think that's okay. See, the thing is with the void of course moon, people get the wrong idea about it, and it's good you've asked me because I can explain it. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's what it is it's a time when it's kind of like the die is cast, you know, and it's a time to relax and center yourself. Like, it's like the end of the story has taken place, and now we just need to be. Just be is the best way I can describe the void of course moon. So don't worry about meeting him, you know. You've already met. It's not like you're going on your first date. You've already met. Well, I suppose in a way it is a first date. Have a go. If you're worried about it, wait 12 hours, you know. Wait 12 hours. If you want to buy my course and you're worried about starting it while the moon is void of course, wait 12 hours. Buy it and wait. Don't start it till the moon has changed signs. There we go. And then, you know, like I said, if you are buying the course, use this time to meditate on what you want to achieve by learning all about the moon. You know, who do you want to serve? Who do you want to serve? That's a really good question to ask yourself. Getting lots of interesting questions here on Facebook. Catherine, will my sister-in-law reach out to me after not speaking to me for 6 months? Ooh, I'll do you a card, Catherine. Let's see what the cards have got to say about you and your sister. Probably they're going to say the same thing they've said 15 times today. Let's see. Nope. Interesting. You're a Capricorn. You got the new moon in Capricorn sign, and your hard work is paying off. So, and I think you said I have already reached out my letter. I think you sent her a letter. So it sounds like it might be okay. Maybe ask your brother, or, you know, presumably your brother, or maybe your sister. Maybe ask your brother or sister what they think. All right, we don't have much longer, so I'm going to take another call. Let's see, who do we have here? Let's go to Shannon, who is on line 7. Hello, Miss Shannon.
Hi, Yasmin. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for taking my call.
Oh,
a strange day with the eclipse.
Oh, I know. And isn't your electoral college handing down its thing today as well?
I haven't watched the news. getting a little overwhelmed by it.
Yeah, it's today or tomorrow. They're going to, make their much-awaited announcement. Anyway, we don't have very long, so I should probably hop right into your chart here, Shannon. So you're a Libra with Aquarius rising and a Virgo moon. Does that sound right?
Yes.
So what would you like to... Oh, I've just seen. Let me just tell you, before you tell me what you want to know, let me just tell you. In fact, the new moon is taking place in your 11th house, which means you need to make some wishes. But as we keep saying, think about them now, sit with them, meditate, relax, and then make them in 12 hours' time. Make them in 12 hours' time. It's a really powerful time for you to make new moon wishes, but make them in 12 hours' time. We'll still be in the new moon phase. The new moon phase lasts for 3 days. All right?
So still just do it in 12 hours. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Like, what should I be aware of around this time?
Yeah, no, definitely. New moon wishes, do them in 12 hours from now. What time is it where you are right now?
It's almost noon. It's 11:56 a.m.
Okay, so make them at midday tomorrow.
Okay. Anything I should look forward to with the upcoming year?
Yeah, it's actually the start of a big new cycle for you, and I would strongly recommend that you use the period between now. Well, in fact, it doesn't even count really, because it's like it's happening next week or this week. Basically, you're starting a new 30-year cycle this week. So, think about what you want for the next 30 years, basically. How old will you be in 30 years?
I don't want to answer that.
Don't have to answer it. 80! Wow, okay. See, I could have worked that out by looking at your chart, but I didn't want to say it if you didn't want to say it. 80 in 30 years, right. Well, I'm always 27, so I strongly recommend to anyone who doesn't like to talk about their age, just be 27 forever. Although somebody said to me, 27, I think it's good, 27 forever.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
I like it. Thank you.
My pleasure. Have a good day. So I'm going to answer another question or two here on Facebook. Okay, so... Genevieve says, my husband follows this and it's all he talks about. Oh, I think she means about the Electoral College and Donald Trump and Joe Biden. And she said, and Genevieve said, I'm sorry, it's my birthday, so Trump is out. That's my birthday. Fair enough. Lise says, I started your course. Oh, brilliant. And I'm wondering if following the workshop tonight as well is an extra or not. No, the workshop is separate to the course. The course has everything that you're going to hear in the workshop tonight will be in the course in another way. And just one last reminder, if you want to buy the course, it's moonmessages.com/open moon. And if you order within the next about 12 hours, you will get $200 off. But then, as we've said, buy the course and then spend the next 12 hours making a list of what you want to achieve with it. Don't just race into it. If you already started, that's fine. If you're just buying it now, spend some time thinking, what do I want to achieve with this course? What do I want to do? How do I want to help myself? How do I want to help other people? That is so important. And then you can start it tomorrow. And it's self-pacing. So, if you're in New Zealand or in Australia or in America, it doesn't matter. You just go at your own pace. And $200 off, $350 worth of free gifts, ends at midnight Pacific time. So grab it, the link's above, or it's moonmessages.com/open moon. Got to wish you a happy new moon eclipse. I'm sending you lots and lots of love, and I'll speak to you. I'm not sure if we're here next week. We might be off for the Christmas break, but if not, I'll speak to you. Let me just quickly look if they'll give me the time. Yep, no, that's it. I'll see you on Unity in 2021. Lots of love.
All right, great job.
Thank you, Louie. I'll speak to you next year.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
So that is the show for 2021. There you go. Yeah, somebody was asking, can you get a payment plan? Is there a payment plan? And yes, there is. I saw it today with my own eyes. They split it up. Hay House, I'm doing this in partnership with Hay House, and they've split it up into 3 parts. 3 parts. Okay, here's a card for everyone at Beatrice's request. It's just going to be the same card we've got 16 times today, isn't it? Let's see. Oh my God. You saw that, did you? We got the new moon card. A new start is coming. This morning we got the new moon eclipse card. This afternoon we got the new moon card. I'm telling you, these cards are magical. I know I created them, but I think they have a life of their own. They really do. And as I like to tell people, apparently they're the best-selling cards in the world right now, the Moonology cards. If you don't have them, get yourself a deck. Sammy Merrick says, yes, 2 payments. I think it's actually 3 payments. Carmen, Merry Christmas to you and your family as well. Yes, Sammy, that's all right, no problem. Yes, it's 3 payments if you want to do a payment plan. And you have about 20, actually I think you've got about 10 hours left to get $200 off. So don't miss out. $200 is not nothing. And you get $350 worth of free gifts, and the link is above. And I want everybody to get it at the cheap price, because it will double tomorrow. Kim Bessett, does Moonology work with angels? Oh, yes, it does. I even have a book about angels and astrology, and I've got an angel perpetual diary. Donna says, will you still do morning Facebook for the next 2 weeks? Yes, I've actually committed to doing morning Facebooks until, I think I said the day before Christmas Eve. And then I'm going to take some time off. I'm actually going to get 2 weeks off. So I won't do that much during that time. The thing is, I know it might not seem like a big deal to most people, most normal people, but for me, it's actually quite a big deal. Like, I live quite a unrestrained life a lot of the time. I have a son, but my husband is amazing, and he will look after Louis. You know, if I will often stay up late writing, and then I want to sleep till 10 or 11. Like today, I set my alarm for 10 a.m. because I went to sleep at 2 a.m. And you know, and then I have to like do my hair and do my makeup, although I do have these fabulous filters now, so I can get away with it. But anyway, the point is that to get, like, on the weekend, I really meant to do a Facebook Live because I wanted to talk about the solar eclipse because it's such a big deal. And basically, I spent my weekend in my pajamas. You know, I did actually do a fair bit of work of writing, but I couldn't get myself in front of the camera. So I'm going to do the camera until the day before, until Christmas Eve. They should have a name for that, shouldn't they? And after that, I'm not sure. But I'll see how I go. Maybe I might... I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I will see. But I want 2 weeks off with my family because I haven't had that for ages, and I've been working so hard on this course, and before that I'm supposed to be editing the diary at the moment. In fact, I should probably shut up and go and do that right now. And then tonight I'm doing my workshop online with the Open Centre, which if you want to find it, it's the Open Centre in New York, and I'm going to be doing that at 10:30 p.m. my time. As I said to somewhere else today, I must have been delirious when I agreed to that. Why on earth would I agree to do a workshop at 10:30 p.m? Excuse me. Luckily enough, I haven't been sleeping until 2 o'clock in the morning. So there you go. Lynn says, with regards to this lunation, do I pay attention to my sign or my rising sign? Your rising sign. Thank you, everybody, for your lovely messages. Yeah, I am going to need to take a little break. No, Diana, please write to them. I will write to them again. I already wrote to them because Laura Day, if you know Laura Day, who's my lovely friend, the psychic of Wall Street, she hasn't got her link for the workshop, and she's joining us tonight as well. And I wrote to them, and they said they'd sent it, but she said she doesn't have it, and you say you don't have it. So I might just drop them another line and say people haven't got their Zoom link yet, because they've definitely said they've sent it out, so we just need to get them to resend it. So just write to them. Yes, Sammy, you are right. It's a Busy day. I could just sit here all day and chat to everyone. Hey, what about if we just do a card now for everybody who's watching? Just the people who've hung around to the very end. This is a card for you, okay? Oh, Denise, you can find out your rising sign at moonmessages.com/free chart. moonmessages.com/free chart. All right, this is the card for everybody now. Oh, that's a nice one. Prosperity lies ahead. And let me just tell you, I know that this course has sold really well and it is going to be quite a prosperous production. And let me just say, you know, like when I began doing astrology, I had no idea if it would support me or it wouldn't support me. I just did it because I love it. And it's much more lucrative than anything else I've ever done, you know. So do what you love and the money will follow. And that was a saying, that's a saying by Joseph Campbell, if you've heard of Joseph Campbell. You know, it's like, it's the old follow your bliss thing. Follow your bliss. And it kind of comes off that. Do what you love and the money will follow. Now, whenever I think of that, I do sometimes think of someone who's like a sculptor, you know, and that's a pretty hard way to make cash. I know that sculpting is probably the hardest way in the world to make money, isn't it? But, you know, like, do what you love and the money will follow. And if I could give you anyone out there who's struggling financially a message, do what you love. I know that it seems difficult and it seems scary, you know, but actually, once you start to do what you love, the money really will follow. Genevieve, I want to do what I love. I don't really care about the money, but we all have to eat and vacation and help others. Exactly. Exactly. We all have to eat and vacation and help others. Exactly. Everything I do financially, I do for my family. It's not because I want to sit on pots and pots of money. It's because I want to buy my son presents now. It's Christmas. And he's been amazing this year. You know, he's been through the pandemic. He's barely complained. He's been really good-natured. You know, everything I do for my family. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for my family, you know. You know, do what you love and the money will follow, and do it for the right reasons. There you go. So yes, shall I show you I'd like to show you my Christmas tree, but the house is a bit of a mess. I'm going to show you the Christmas tree. Just going to be a bit wild here. Hang on. I might regret this. There it is. There's our Christmas tree. And you can see there's presents under there for him already. It's all about the kids, isn't it? All right, well, anyway, it's been really lovely chatting. I hope that you're all feeling good. Like I said, I won't be doing the radio show until next year because now they close the station down. But I will, I'll be back here. I'll be back on Facebook tomorrow at 11 a.m. And I'll be doing the workshop in New York tonight if you want to tune into that. It's about $45, so it's not like, you know, overpriced. And those of you who are wanting to work with the moon with your clients, click the link above, save $200. Lots of love.